Did Jesus have a sense of humor? It's a question that has been asked by many over the years, and one that doesn't have a clear-cut answer. While the Bible doesn't explicitly say whether or not Jesus had a sense of humor, there are certainly instances throughout the text that suggest he did. One example can be found in Matthew 7 verses 3-5, where Jesus humorously compares someone who tries to remove a speck from someone else's eye while having a log in their own eye to a hypocrite. It's a witty comment that would have surely elicited some chuckles from his audience. Another example can be found in Matthew 23 verse 24, where Jesus criticizes the religious leaders of his time for being so concerned with following every little rule and regulation that they end up neglecting more important matters, like justice and mercy. He compares them to someone who strains out a gnat but swallows a camel, which is a humorous and vivid way of making his point. There are also instances where Jesus uses irony to make a point. For example, in John 4 verse 10, he tells the Samaritan woman at the well that if she knew who he was, she would have asked him for a drink and he would have given her living water. The irony here is that Jesus is offering her something far greater than just a drink of water, but she doesn't yet realize the full extent of what he's offering. Of course, it's also possible that some of the humor in the Bible has been lost in translation or doesn't resonate with modern audiences in the same way it did with the people of Jesus' time. But even if we can't fully appreciate all the humor in the Bible, it's clear that Jesus was a masterful communicator who knew how to use language to engage and connect with his audience. So did Jesus have a sense of humor? It's hard to say for sure, but the evidence suggests that he did. Whether he was cracking jokes, using irony, or simply engaging with people in a lighthearted way, Jesus knew how to connect with people on a deep and meaningful level. And that, in itself, is something to be admired and celebrated.